Don't just stand there, Scampfoot. Hide! Get down! Don't let those entrail suckers take you too! You really don't know anything about where you are, do you? That's the Brandfire Reformatory. Nothing good happens there. The Order of the Waking Flame cult takes people inside, and they don't leave again. It makes this one's fur stand on end. No, this one just saw the cultist force her sister Pebiha inside. If Tufe could fight, those kin-cursed cultists would be hanging above a lava flow by their ears. Tufe cannot help Pebiha now. Would you look for her? Tufe can pay. Pebiha's harebrained adventures have gotten her into trouble in the past, but being kidnapped to the Brandfire Reformatory? If Pebiha is unharmed, this one may just maim her herself. Please, find out what has happened to her. Word of this place came to Fargrave, our home, from the mouths of merchants. They say it's a maze where those the Waking Flame finds unworthy are left to rot. Pebiha used to laugh about that. Because this one sister, despite her lack of self-preservation, is a fairly logical person. She said that no cult or Daedra would let their prisoners be wasted like that. They'd be sacrificed at the very least. Now the cult has Pebiha. No, none of the merchants know what happens inside. Anyone taken inside isn't seen again. All Tufe knows is that the prisoners disappear inside the reformatory, and she only sees cultists leave. You've been wandering out here, and you haven't run into them yet? They're everywhere! The Waking Flame is Mehrunes' newest mortal cult. They appeared in Fargrave a short while ago, and already have a surprising amount of members. That is something Tufe does not know. But since they follow Mehrunes, this one is sure that whatever those sand-eating beetle feeders are up to, it will bring pain and suffering to the rest of us. It might be a trick of the heat, but Tufe thinks she sees the faces of prisoners on the cultists who walk out. If this one's eyesight is true, then what goes on in the reformatory makes her feel like beetles are crawling through her fur. Pebiha tries everything at least once, especially if she knows it's a bad idea. When Mehrunes' cult gained power in Fargrave, Pebiha was curious about them. She went to one of the cult's meetings with a friend. They never came home. Others call him Mehrunes Dagon. Khajiit know him as Mehrunes the Kitten. He is not feared by many Khajiit. This one is beginning to wonder if that is a mistake. You think this one didn't ask her the same thing when Pebiha told her where she was going? Pebiha scoffed, said that she didn't have anything to fear or gain from Mehrunes. Then she called the fire cat a kitten and laughed. She laughed! Because this one followed her, she hoped to convince her flame-fried sister not to do anything stupid. But the cult moved quickly. Pebiha was shoved through a portal out of Fargrave, and there wasn't time to think. Tufe had to jump through too.
Your service to Lord Dagon is no longer required.
While since an occultist went into the reformatory. How did you fare? Did you find Pibiha? Where is she? Is she all right? A note. What that means. My foolish sister. Always so proud. Here's your reward, stranger. You brought as much of Pibiha back to me as you could. Even with the pain they bring. Tufe is glad to have these words. It is not a surprise, but the shock of her death still hurts. My stupid, foolish sister. She just had to go to that meeting. Tufe should go back to Fargrave as soon as she can. She didn't tell her family where she was going when PB had disappeared. They must be so worried. This one came to the burn through the Plaza of Portals in Fargrave. With luck, she'll find the portal here still open when she retraces her steps. It's no use solving a problem that may not exist, so this one won't worry just yet. Pibiha never gave in to sorrow, and neither will Tufe. Don't worry, just because Tufe is cautious doesn't mean that this one has not had her own adventures. She'll manage.
tribunal, my grandmother, and the hero of Mournhold are counting on me. So why am I pacing out here like a flathead? You're a swit, Selvenny. You just have to power magic rocks made by a living god, find some spirits, free them, oh, and leave the Force Martyr's Folly without dying painfully. It'll be fun. Ah, yes. I do that. I wasn't expecting anyone. Oh. Lord Sotherseal, I'm doing what the Tribunal asked. I have the 3 Mother Stones, and I know where the energy fonts are. I'll free the spirits from the Force Martyr's Folly, I swear. No? Oh, you're in disguise. I'm glad you're here. Saving Ordinator Nilera and Grandmother Priest Sovisa's spirits from Mehrunes Dagon? I can't do that alone. But I can give you tribute. Payment? For the help of an adventurer. Thank the 3. I have the Mother Stones I got from Amalexia's priest, though we do still need to attune them with the energy fonts inside. But, with your help, we'll free Nilera and Sovisa's spirits in no time. Now, to enter the Folly. Is this a test? Are you checking if I know who I'll use the Mother Stones on? They both died years ago. They protected the temple from Mehrunes Dagon when he decimated Mournhold. I was there, hiding under a table. That was a day I won't forget. You might have missed the explanation. You are busy. I got the Mother Stones from a priest of Amalexia. She said that the Lady of Mercy created them. Once we attune them to the energy of the Sever, these stones will take her children home. They won't work properly unless they're attuned. Right now, the stones couldn't return me to Morrowind. They need a lot of power to save Ordinator Nilera and Grandmother Sovisa. I mean, they're both dead, and they've been trapped here for years. I asked about that in Wretched Spire. There are these energy fonts that should be just the things we need. No one in Wretched Spire could really tell me where the fonts were, but given their name, I think they won't be too hard to find. Well, have you looked into the Folly? Lightning strikes happen all the time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've always seen lightning strike the most in areas of high energy. If we follow the storms, we should find the fonts. I hope. The decimation of Mournhold? In 2920? The end of the First Era? My lord, is there something terribly wrong with you? You were there. How could you forget? 600? No, this is a test. Almalexia's priest gave me the Mother Stones only a few weeks ago. I know how long I've been standing outside the Folly. Mehrunes Dagon's realm can't hold me captive, not like the spirits I need to save. They were both incredible women, heroes in their own right, who stood in the face of a great threat. I really look up to them both. I mean, one is possibly the greatest Ordinator to ever serve the Tribunal, and the other is my grandmother. She was protecting the temple from Mehrunes Dagon's attack a few years ago. I remember hearing her call him a Sar Shaman Fetcher. It was the most heroic thing I've ever heard. I cried when her screams stopped. They're the guards of the Tribunal temples, warriors who serve the living gods and protect their houses throughout Morrowind. I wanted to be one, like Ordinator Nilera was, but I'm not a fighter. I've seen my life's share of blood. We were visiting her at the temple on the day of the attack a few years ago. When Nilera died, Sovisa rushed outside to take up her sword. She wasn't a warrior, but she managed to keep the Horde from reaching the doors. I never got to say goodbye. Maybe to gloat over them or use them as a warning to others. I'm not sure which. Either way, an entire garden filled with living statues of people I knew makes my skin crawl. All I know is that most of the statues here are from the time when Dagon attacked Mournhold. They're just on display here. The Fallen. On display for all Daedra to see. Oh, I might lose my nerve again.